John Hears.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. It's a pleasure to serve under your chairmanship, and I'm grateful to my honourable friend for bringing this debate to the House. Everyone, regardless of their particularities, deserves dignity. But that open-mindedness has in recent years been supplanted by a kind of ideology-driven series of harrowing episodes, and in this case, both medical policy and clinical practice. It led me in 2019 to raise the issue of the Tavistock clinic, when a number of the professionals there drew attention to the fact that, and I quote, often under pressure, young people are receiving life-altering treatment. They did not believe this was in the individual's best interests, and they went on to say experimental treatment is being done on children who experience mental health difficulties, abuse and family trauma. Now, those kind of concerns led to the review by Hilary Cass, and the Cass review was clear that when she published her report, that there was a lack of evidence for the long-term effects of using puberty blockers to treat gender incongruence, or to know whether they were safe or beneficial. And later, I had an exchange with the current Health Secretary, the previous government having taken action latterly, in which he assured me that he would be implementing the Cass report in full. Right that he should, because of the history, the tragic history of the prescription of drugs, which even those involved in that process regarded with such concern that they gave up their professional lives. Now, we've altered young people, we've warped them, and that's a result of policy which was adopted without proper consideration and clinical practice which didn't have its basis in scientific fact. Now, given that the Health Secretary has seen most of that and acted upon it, it's important to consider what happens next. We know that Tavistock Clinic has been closed, and we now know there is a new series of measures to deal with such matters, 6 new regional gender identity clinics for children and young people by 2026. But alongside the decision to ban prescription of puberty blockers for under 18s, the National Institute for Health and Care Research is sponsoring a clinical trial, and I have a number of questions for the Minister about that trial. The trial will be run by a team at King's College London, led by Professor Emily Simonoff, and according to the Times, the study will involve monitoring the well-being of children who attend a network of new NHS gender clinics for children, including those not on puberty blockers, and whether puberty blockers affect young people's thinking and brain development using various activities and brain scans. All of that is disturbing, it seems to me, Madam Chairman, and that view has been argued by David Bell, who has suggested that other kinds of research could be adopted, other measures put into place with long-term follow-up studies on those who have undergone such treatment, qualitative research into the experience of a growing number of detransitioners, and further animal studies to understand the biological impact of these drugs on adolescent brain development. That view has been reinforced by the Clinical Advisory Network on Sex and Gender, calling for the Government and the NHS to pursue alternative research options to the proposed clinical trial, including the evaluation of puberty blockers on children treated by the Tavistock Clinic. It seems to me that having made the mistake which led to Tavistock, then having commissioned the Cass review which led to its closure, the risk is we make another mistake now, not out of ill will, but out of a concern expressed by some of the people I've said, that goes unheeded. And I hope the Minister will indeed heed those concerns, and not only mine, as I've already made clear. There was an ideological aspect to this, which we mustn't understate. There was a belief in some people's part that rather than accepting that young people as they grew, might be homosexual, that their sex should be altered. Now, that is a chilling perspective, but it did, I'm afraid, hold forth in a number of cases with medical intervention to support it. I hope this government doesn't perpetuate that distorted view of humankind, and I'm immensely grateful to my honourable friend for giving us the chance to explore just that.